Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. He'll be taken down at about the 45. The Bears had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Play action. It's Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker, who got in and dropped him to the turf.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. 19-7. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Off play action, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
first and 10, Taylor now. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned the load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't connect. Maybe a little more anxious in the pocket there. He's still a little comfortable on that field.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Oh, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. On the draw is Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have moved out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Second and 8. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On the counter, it's Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
They'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a gain of 11. First down to pick for that penalty moments ago.
I believe that gain of third and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 11. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. This one caught by Davis. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st down, Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Bears' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dante Pettis, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Corey Davis, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play in for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Dante Pettis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go now. 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here. just get rid of it.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Meanwhile, the throw here's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Fields now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.